welcome to FIDS Digital Experience Podcast, where we explore technology, media innovation, and the future of digital learning here at FOIA. I am your host, Shabi, and today I have the pleasure of sitting with an industry expert, man whose company is at forefront of digital transformation. Is none other person than Mr. Emmanuel Owabo, the Director of Content Service at Three-Way Communication Limited. Mr. Emmanuel, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Ashabi. I'm indeed glad to be here today, and I see you are elated today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, our viewers.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome once again. To kick things off, let's talk about FOIA Internet Distribution Service. This innovation is actually a game changer for students and faculty. Mr. Emmanuel, as someone deeply involved in technology deployment and digital infrastructure, what makes this project stand out?
I like your opening sentence in this question, when you were able to recognize the fact that FIDS is a game changer. I will just shed a little bit of light in that. This is the first time in this part of the world where the entirety of EduTech is being fused together in a service bundle. You know, there are some institutions that claim to be having EduTech, whereas they only have the learning management system. Perhaps they also have the internet in a few places. But with FIDS, we have pervasive Wi-Fi that is super fast, that cuts across the entire campus at FOIA and other sister campuses. We also have an innovation center, or if you like, an innovation hub, where that is housing a multimedia center, where you have the ultramodern conference center. The ultramodern center, you can have seminars, project defense, you can even have symposium. There's also room to have synchronous and asynchronous teaching. I will get back to that in further details. We also have the reprographic center that has the capability of producing 2,100 scans in a minute. Of course, there's also an editing suite with top-of-the-range computer infrastructure for editing and fast-tracking any other educational content that is being generated from the FIDS Innovation Hub. Thank you.
Wow. So, one of the most exciting additions to FOIA's media ecosystem is this recording studio. So, podcasting is an essential learning tool. So, Mr. Emmanuel, why do you think podcasting is so effective for education?
Well, one of the many things you can do with this studio, beautiful, soundproof, acoustic fiber layered studio, by the way, is podcasting. Incidentally, you could ask what podcasting means to education. You know, podcast is very immersive. It's a new way of learning. I mean, you can record a lecture, you can transcribe a live lecture to an audio format. When you are traveling, say, perhaps you are going to Lagos, maybe you find yourself flying to Abuja or anywhere, you can play back this podcast. You know, you can pause, you can even do further search and go back again. So it's an avenue for, to keep learning going. Then that is actually one of the many things that can be done from the studio. This studio too, like I mentioned earlier in my opening statement about the synchronous and asynchronous teaching methods. Now, you see, we understand that our universities in Nigeria today, one of the major challenges we have is that of population growth. FOIA, as at this moment, is the fourth most subscribed institution in Nigeria. With that massive inflow of students, we have to make provisions to cater for their educational needs. Now, infrastructure is now gone beyond the four walls of the classroom. I mean, from here, I don't know if the camera can see this interactive board. We can teach a large class of a limit, let's say, to be modest, over 300 students from the class. The professor can just be here, and from this studio, that will happen. Another way around, the classes can be recorded, uploaded into the learning management system, and the students can be able to access these lectures from wherever they are. You will agree with me that this, like you said, is a game changer.
Game changer. Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. Welcome back to FIDS Digital Experience Podcast. So today's topic is, how is digital transformation shaping modern education? So, Mr. Emmanuel, in your view, what role does media production play in the future of learning?
Well, I'll give it to you, Ashabi. You ask intelligent questions. Media production is the soul of EduTech. Now let me take you on a little journey. I don't know how old you are, but I'll just take you on a little journey. If you are born in the era of the 2G phones, we metamorphosed to the Blackberries, and now we went into the Androids, and now we have the 1080p's, ultra high definition videos and all that. And now we have the artificial intelligence. Media production as an entity encompasses this entirety of what I have described. It brings the interactiveness in the learning process. You can infuse AI into topics that will better explain the context to the student. You can now produce the content of the lectures to meet what the students are expecting. Nobody's expecting to see a 3GP production anymore. Everybody's looking for an ultra high definition lecture. Now you imagine what you could take you 30 minutes to read, now summarized into an 8-minute video that you can play over and over again. And like you mentioned earlier, if you are done playing it in the terms of video, you also convert it and start playing it in form of a podcast. Imagine that is happening. You will understand with me that instead of our students spending countless minutes and hours on the internet watching short videos, reels that has nothing, absolutely very close to nothing, adding to their educational pursuit, having this media production in the right way. One thing is to have the media production, one thing is to do it the right way. We definitely add value to the teaching and learning process. To bring it home, here at the FIDS Center, we mentioned our studio that has been equipped to produce any form of digital learning experience. I mean, by the time the lectures start churning out from here, you will better understand what the wonders of media production in the teaching and learning space is.
This is very, very incredible. And with tools like voice recording studio, students can also start their own podcasts, research discussions, and create media projects. So, Mr. Emmanuel, thank you very much. Okay, this will now bring me to my next question, next point. How can FOIA students, at least we are saying this is for them, right? So how can FOIA students take full advantage of this recording studio?
First of all, let me thank the university community, the management of this great institution, from the Vice Chancellor, his team members, and a very big thank you to the students who have patiently waited for the birth of this novel project. Now, like we said, the students are the chief beneficiaries of this project. Like you mentioned, I have traveled quite a lot in this country, deploying infrastructures both for education or smart cities. I must commend FOIA. Barely any weekend I drive into this campus, I don't see one or two spots where you see students trying to create content in one form or the other. With this service available here, okay, they can better, their content can be better in a way that the equipment that we have here can be used to support their editing. If, of course, if the school management permits, that can also be used for some certain level of production. So, like I said, it's a win-win, especially for the students and for the creative community in FOIA. Yeah.
Wow. So, well, Mr. Mayor, this is really, really impressive, and I'm sure our listeners and viewers are just as excited as we are also. And for every one of us watching or listening, we want to hear from you. What kind of podcast or media content would you love to create at FOE?
So, until next time, my name is Derume Yashti, and you're listening to FIDS Digital Experience Podcast. Keep creating, keep learning, and stay inspired. Thank you for watching.